Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is. It's a very very early, almost brand new Sunday morning. Um, I have I was on duty for 11 hours. I've been up for a long time, so um, I'm going to be yawning a bit in this one. So I do apologize in advance. But it's Saturday night, and I found a couple of interesting things online, and I want to play some Atomic Heart. And as I'm going to do nothing but sleep tomorrow, let's boogie. I made it a slower pace, and whatever. But we are rolling. I'm Josh with American Gnome Productions. This is the Gnome Show. I don't say that identifier enough. So yeah, that is what this is called. This is called We Are the Gnome Show. I am your intrepid host. I am a salesman at a smoke shop in Virginia, and I very much enjoy my job. I love my customers. I really do. Dale City, for the most part, is a good place. It's not too rich and snobby, and it's not too ghetto. Like, we definitely have our parts that are super fucking ghetto and dangerous. But overall, I like the people in my city, my county. I've worked in the car wash industry before, so chances are I have washed most people, at least in my town and possibly my city. Probably washed most of their cars. I remember one time, the they had just repaved the streets, and it had not fully dried, and I believe it was I think it was kind of hot out, because every single car that came through was absolutely covered in tar. And I believe somebody had to pay for it, but we had to tell everyone, we're like, look, we can't, like, tar doesn't come off like that. You're gonna have to have that. I mean, like, some of it you can maybe scrub off, but it's not gonna protect. Like, you'd like to get tar off, you're gonna have to. I would assume wait until it dries and then fucking sandblast that shit off or scrape it off, and then buff everything out, repaint it, and then fucking buff everything and polish everything again. But anyway, so, like, everybody that drove up and down that street, or down that road, it was a major road. Everybody that drove up and down there showed up at the car wash. Oh my god, such a mess. But I ended up meeting so many people through that job that, by and large, people around here have pretty good hearts. They're pretty good people, just trying to get along. We've got a You have a decent homeless community, I'd say. It's not out there in front most of the time, but like they're out there. And I don't knock the homeless community because like a lot of them have jobs. They this one for one reason or another they choose to live the way they do, whether it's by circumstance or choice or whatever. Some people are hiding. Some people are just fuck. They don't want to fucking. They don't want to fucking be. They don't want to be fucking bothered. You know what I'm saying? Like they can make it on their own in the woods, and like more power to them. We've had a body in our parking lot. That was wild. I was actually working that day, and I happened to be with a customer when the thing went down. But I saw the aftermath and all that stuff. That was bad. But other than that, the city is nice. The town is nice. Been here for quite a while. When I first moved to Virginia from Maryland, that was quite a culture shock. As far as like just driving, because in Maryland, when you're trying to get up the highway, you're trying to get up the fucking highway. You're not fucking. There's no Sunday driving on 95 North. Like you are booking it. Reckless driving and all that stuff is still like what it is, and God help you if you get caught by a state trooper. But you're trying to get up the road, and most of the time police are moving as fast, if not faster than you are. But when I moved down here, and especially when I started working, or I started living in Virginia and still had to go to DC, or when I had to go between Virginia, Maryland, or Virginia and DC and all that stuff, and any of the high traffic times, no. No, I don't like traffic, and like nobody likes traffic. Nobody likes traffic, but it can get really bad in Virginia. Like when you're in the mixing bowl, or 95 South, or 270. Shout out to Gary. It can get real bad, and for no real reason. Like on 95 South, there's a fucking bottleneck that it just is for some fucking reason. And because the mixing bowl is the way it is, like when it's traffic time, man, that shit is fucked. But still, metro area is not the worst place to be. So I like my customers. Long and short of it, I really like my customers. This is a good place to be. It's not too expensive, but it's not cheap either. But there's some decent places. You just gotta watch your shit sometimes. Like stuff goes down here. It's weird. But whatever. Home is home. But after all of that, yeah, I'm a shopkeep, and I'm a gamer. I'm a smoker. I'm a midnight toker. Sometimes I can be a joker. Feeling a little weird tonight. Got my Star Wars hoodie on. Feeling festive, feeling good. It's the end of the week for me. I'm off for the next couple of days. Thank God. Happy belated 420 to everyone. I hope it was nice. I worked, but I work at a smoke shop, so I was smoking all fucking day anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. Every day is 420 to me. Apparently, there was a big festival in D.C. or Maryland. No, I think it was in Maryland. JFK, RFK, excuse me. One of those places. It was at the stadium. But it was supposed to be a festival. I think they got rained out, and we were going to go back. Um, the news is fucking hopping lately. But I have learned that there are a couple of things you don't talk about: religion, politics, sex. Man. I know they get waves, but they get views, but I don't. There's enough fucking drama, and I don't need to bring that into my my other job, but I don't need to bring that to my hobby. So I guess I'm not gonna be able to wear this one. I gotta shave my head in the morning. Yeah, there we go. It's better. AC is thankfully off, so it's not hoff in my house. I'm in the basement, so the entire thing is underground, so it's sort of like a hobbit hole, which is cool. And I sort of live in a shire, so us gnomes, we got to stick close with our kin. Hobbits, gnomes. Shout out to the Doors too. What's up, guys?
Oh, I believe that one might turn into a sneeze. We'll see.
I believe the last time we checked into Atomic Heart, we had just exited to the VDNH. And I'm excited to see where we are going next. I ran to the save point as soon as I could, so we're back out into the open world. There's a bunch of domes, on the map that are other labs that I can go and get parts for weapons and schematics and stuff like that. I like the weapon customization or upgrade system. It is a customization because you can swap out upgrades and you can make them stronger and do more badass things. Like one of the things you can do in Atomic Heart is on your weapons there's an option or an upgrade that you can put on it that allows you to stick a cartridge. I'm sure you've seen me do it on screen, but there's a cartridge sticking out of the side of your shotgun or your Kalash or your zap gun, whatever it's called. That one has, the zap gun has one too. And even your melee weapons have cartridge slots, so where you can add elemental damage. It doesn't last forever, but and you can create them too, I believe. But it does add some sick elemental damage to your already impressive shotgun or whatever weapon you're using. But it seriously augments your damage output and can save your ass in some real clutch moments, especially when those mustache motherfuckers, hey look, mustaches are where it's at. but those guys are bad news. I'm really liking the game. I like the boss. The boss battles are hard and satisfying to overcome, and they're very unique. Like it's the one that we just did with the see-through whale. And by the way, did you see the submarine digging thing that was on the bottom? Like that shit was cool. Yeah, I like that game a lot. It's good. We have some other games to get into once we're done with Atomic Heart, but I feel very strongly about doing that whole thing, all of Atomic Heart, and I'm gonna do it on stream with all of you. Like it will be a complete. I guess it's a walkthrough on Atomic Heart, or playthrough, whatever you want to call it. But I'm gonna do the whole do, going after the secrets and all the extras, because I do like to explore my surroundings. In a lot of spots, it feels like they want you to explore, but the amount of security that's around sometimes makes it very anxious to do that, or anxiety-inducing, I should say, to do said exploring. But it's part of the game. That's what it's there for. I like that you can sneak around your enemies. You don't have to kill things all the time. I mean, they respawn, so like, and there's so many. I mean, they're just fucking enemies everywhere. But it does give you the space to actually to move around, especially if you don't linger. You can usually make it around fairly okay. There's room for brute forcing things, but watch out when you stay in an area too long. Your alarm goes up, or your alarm, what do you call it, level goes up. There you go. And they start sending more things after you, and all of a sudden you're seeing like metal containers being dropped from the fucking sky, and beefier drones fucking like throwing really nasty fucking plasma arcs or all kinds of fucking other shit at you. That shit gets wild. So don't get too carried away. There's plenty of materials around, and it's not like you're getting anything meaningful out of the enemies. Like it's mostly just spare parts. Every once in a while you might get something cool, but mostly it's spare parts. A lot of the times you'll find schematics in chests at significant points in the game. Or out of the way places is another good place to find like when you do like when they want you to jump somewhere or do a jump puzzle or an exploration puzzle, it's fairly obvious, but usually that's where you're going to find the real goodies, or when you actually go and explore an entire location, usually they'll pay it off with something cool. The enemies are the standard enemies are fairly tough too. You learn to preempt most of your enemies, like the mustachioed guys. If they're the regular gray ones, depending on where you hit them, sometimes you can get them in one shot. Sometimes a double tap will do the job just fine. The butler looking ones, those guys you got to worry about. Those are the ones that have the rip off. The fuck are they called? From Fallout. The I gotta look it up. I won't be able to. I won't be able to. I have to. Robot enemies. Assaultron. Yeah. It's they're knockoff Assaultrons basically, except without the cool blades. They are, just without the cool blades. Other than that, they're just like Assaultrons, even down to the fucking blast laser when they get really pissed off. So you got to watch out for them. Another enemy is not. He can't, especially early on, can be very dangerous, but is more annoying than anything else, is the mortar launcher, because that motherfucker will fire off a mortar and either use the mortar's launch to propel it backwards, or will jump backwards after it fires, or jump away once it fires. It is clearly designed to evade retaliation. So those are to be worried about. Everything else is okay right now. Like it hasn't been too. That the one boss in the room with the glass whale. It's not glass, but it's see-through. It's just cooler to call it a glass whale. That thing, that spaghetti-looking thing that was a pain in the ass. That was a hard fight. Hardest fight so far was the Hog 7, the roly-poly thing. And that's because I could never keep the motherfucker in sight. I was always running or trying to get away from its. Okay, so the Hog 7, the big roly-poly thing that you see rolling through most of the early part of the very first part of the game. He has this gravitational thing where it'll pull things toward it as it's fucking letting off blast waves. So you've got to keep running from it while you're jumping periodically to escape the blast wave. And then it spins around and fires rockets everywhere as it's moving around the area. And then periodically it will overheat. And you'll be able to hit it then. Sometimes, there are these things that you can press, and if you press them at the right time, you'll get to see what they do when you first meet the Hog 7. But if you can raise them in time and do it in such a way where the Hog 7 comes at the bumper, which is what it looks like to me, and then it will get it to go into cooldown state, and you can take advantage of another round of hits before you have to run like fucking hell again. But you'll either you'll get it right on the first time, or you do like I did, and you have to figure it out. But yeah, that's about it so far. I like the story. Okay, so I can understand why there was a bit of controversy with the twins being, I don't know, like I think there was something around them being too sexy or something. I don't know. There was a creepy sexuality to them, and it wasn't it. It's like it's like when you encounter a fetish that you don't understand or you can't relate to. You know what I'm saying? It was like that because like there was like there was the ballerina thing that Russian culture has going on with it, because that's a big part of their culture, but also the raw sexuality going on with the female forms themselves, and the weirdness of them not having a face, but having a sense of sentience, sort of, and then the whole sticking of the hand into like, and I get it, like so they're robots, but like their insides are made out of that gel, sort of, and that gel is also a sort of pocket wormhole type thing. It's very weird. So I understand, like, it was just, there was, like I said, it was a very creepy, weird sexuality about it. Like, it, you know, it was, yeah, I'll leave it at that. I like the I like, with the exception of the iconography, especially in light of, well, the history between our countries since before I was born, and is still going on now. But it is kind of cool to see not only a game made from a Russian perspective, but also a game that, even if it is a false or like it is a story narrative, gives you a peek behind the curtain. Like, I don't know how genuine the criticism or commentary that is present in the game is, but if the commentary is real, yeah, I can. I mean, yeah, it's kind of cool, especially now that it's starting to ramp up, where Charles is starting to ask questions, so is the Major, and it's more significant that the Major is asking, because he seems like he is, like he's loyal, and he's also, like, he believes in the man that's like supposedly running everything, and like you get the sense that he looks up to him, but he's starting to have doubts, and even Charles with the glove is starting to have those nagging questions come up fairly often about, like, like, so if he's innocent, then why this? Or if he doesn't intend to do that, then also why this? Why are things so suspicious? What is really going on? It's cool. I like it. And again, like I said, with the exception of the iconography, I do like the aesthetics of the game. It's refreshing to see a different setting, like with Ghostwire Tokyo. Me and my buddy were talking about. Um, well, I was talking about Ghostwire Tokyo, and I was like, it feels like, and I've never even played Shenmue, but it feels like I'm in a Shenmue game, or like, because I've seen a lot of the Shenmue, like, you know, like there are a lot of people. One second. There are a lot of people that really dug the slow pace and the intricacies and detail of Shenmue, and like the authenticity of the city that he was in. And when I was playing through the little portion that I was in, it felt like I was looking at a Shenmue game. And maybe a little bit like Yakuza 2, and a little bit like Tekken. Because everything is in Japanese. And Ghostwire. So, but after I finish Atomic Heart, I will be jumping into Ghost Song, and I will play that through. I don't know how much I'm going to do. Well, I mean, I might, because that's a good game. Like, it's a hard game. But, so it's a, I don't know. I'll see. But I'm going to play through Ghost Song. And I'll get back into Ghostwire Tokyo. It was just, it felt very weird to me, that game. And I couldn't concentrate on it. Also, Outer Worlds, because we have 2 expansions to go through. And that's just on Xbox. Like, I've also got Steam, which I have games to go back and finish. Apparently, so there's some stuff coming for Fallout 76 soon, and if it's story, then I'll be covering that. Like, yeah, that will be a thing. In fact, any of the games that I have, like when new stuff comes out, like we're gonna do Stalker 2 when that comes out. That'll be a game that I play on stream. I've got to go back and finish Red Dead 2. I've got to finish The Ascent. I'm mostly through. I'm very far. Well, I don't know how far, but I'm very deep into that game. And I got to get back to. I just had I got fatigued by that game. Cyberpunk. That's gonna be getting a DLC soon, and I'll be getting that. Death Trash. I've still got to show you that game. I am kind of waiting for some new content to be added to the game before I play it again, so that I have something new to experience. But it really is a good game. It's just it's in development, and I think there's only 2 guys developing this game, and it's really good as it is. But they've got a lot of stuff that they're working on. So, I mean, it's cool. Take your time, guys. I'm down for whenever you guys are ready. I would love to. I don't know if will Steam show up on OBS. Let's see. Um, do, 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 and I do apologize if I have a lack of energy. It's because I have a lack of energy. I'm tired. Looks like it's not even showing up. Let's see. Capture full screen application, maybe? No. Capture specific window. Yeah, no, it's not showing. It won't show. Yeah. So, it's unfortunate. Let's see. Ooh, but this can actually. Um, hmm. Nah. I don't care enough. Um, oh, sorry, the music fucking went away again.
Eh,
I don't like how Spotify acts. Maybe it's Firefox that's doing it, or that's the cause, or it's just. Oh no, not that one. There we go. Okay. Okay. So actually, yeah. Let's just go ahead and and put that, throw that on pause. So, um, I know certain people are talking about PAX Day. I've seen that one. There's another one that's in development, and I played Star Wars: The Old Republic, not the single player game, the one that's online, the MMO, and I played as the Republic Trooper, and I really enjoyed that storyline. Um, that being said, isn't that showing up? Yeah. What is that? What have happened? Oh, because we're not in the right one. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So, well, that's odd. Um, oh, okay. There we go. All right. All right. All right. So, yes. All right. We're watching Force Gaming. You know him. You love him. Give him a like and subscribe. New AAA MMO in development. Let's check it out.
One of my favorite parts of gaming as a hobby is that there's always something going on. Like constantly, there are new irons in the fire at development studios across the world, and it's especially exciting for me when I hear that there's a new game in development from a company who's made a game that I really liked in the past. And that is exactly the case with today's topic. ZeniMax Online Studios, the team behind The Elder Scrolls Online, has quietly spent the past 5 years developing a new MMO based on a new IP, and we could potentially be getting an official reveal sometime soon. Whether or not a reveal happens, I'm just excited to know that they've been working on something new for a long while. So let's take a look at the timeline and what we know about the game so far. Rumors of this project started circulating back in October 2018 with a ZeniMax careers posting seeking a programmer with MMO development experience to work on an exciting new IP for PC and consoles. Not much else was said of the position beyond that it would be located in Hunt Valley, Maryland, which is the headquarters location for ZeniMax, although they've got many smaller offices across the country and as of recently have really started to go to, I think, somewhere around 50% remote work. But regardless, this was the first information, the first inkling that ZeniMax had something in the works. Then in 2019, we got more of an official confirmation from ZeniMax game director Matt Fyrour in an interview with official Xbox Magazine, where he said, not a lot of people have picked up on this, but if you look at our job site, you'll see that we are accepting applications for people to work on a new engine for a new AAA game. And that mention of a new engine is kind of a huge deal, as it implies, and we later get further confirmation, that their new MMO will run on a new in-house engine, not Unreal Engine, nor the engine that was used for the Elder Scrolls Online, which frankly is a bit of a relief for me. As much as I do love and appreciate ESO, I want whatever their next project is to look and play differently and or better, and presumably a new engine will at least make that much more likely. Then in 2020, things really began ramping up for news about this game, and we started to get a lot more details. But you know, I'm feeling a little hungry, which means it's the perfect time for a word from today's sponsor. Factor is a food service that delivers ready-to-eat meals straight to your door. All you have to do is toss it in the microwave or oven, warming it up, and you are good to eat. These meals are delivered fresh, were never frozen, and are all dietitian approved. There's a wide variety of meal types and offerings, depending on what your preference may be. If you're looking for keto, vegan, calorie smart, or if you're just like me and you want something that's balanced and healthy that still tastes good, which is exactly what I went with. Currently over 34 different chef-prepared meal options to choose from. On top of that, there's an assortment of add-ons, including breakfast items and smoothies. Earlier today, I had the potato leek mash and grilled chicken. It was super simple. Opened the container, tossed it in the oven, and then after 7 minutes, also had some of the strawberry smoothie, and everything tasted great. Also, I will add, in a somewhat remote area, I am about an hour away from any major U.S. city, and my stuff still arrived fresh and cold, which is pretty darn important. If you want to try Factor for yourself, head on over to factor75.com or click on my link in the description below, and using my code will get you 50% off your first Factor box. Now that I'm full, let's move forward with news from 2021. And like I said, there were quite a few substantial updates. Now in April, we learned that Colin Campbell had joined ZeniMax Online and would be taking the role of lead level designer for the new MMO. Campbell previously worked on several well-known games. He was the lead world designer for Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, the lead level designer for Mass Effect Andromeda, and he also apparently worked on the narrative teams for both Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Jedi Fallen Order. Now I know Andromeda has a bad reputation, but I will say Fallen Order was hands down one of my all-time favorite Star Wars games, and while Battlefront 2 did have a bad launch, it too looks to have turned the ship around into what a lot of people consider a good game. And then there's Kingdoms of Amalur, which I just love from the get-go. Really fun action
Battlefront
RPG,
2,
interesting world. I love Kingdoms of Amalur and anyone associated with the project, and I am still hoping they make that Amalur MMO at some point, although that's a whole nother story and probably not going to happen. Anyways, along with the announcement of their new hire, ZeniMax Online's creative director Ben Jones said, "I'm beyond thrilled to welcome Colin Campbell to our new AAA team at ZeniMax. He brings a wealth of experience into the lead level designer position that I know will make a major impact on the original IP. Now, it is worth noting that since joining the team, he has just recently been promoted to the content director for the game, but he spent at least a few years working as the lead level designer, and because he worked on level design for Kingdom of Amalur Reckoning and for Mass Effect Andromeda, for any issues you might have with those games, I don't know, I thought the level designs were good, so maybe that is a good omen. We'll have to see. Now, also around that same time in early 2020, we saw numerous ZeniMax job postings stating that the studio was in search of developers to work on the new game who had extensive experience developing and playing MMORPGs, with the available positions involving work on various systems, which included achievements, itemization, crafting, and housing, or in other words, a lot of the standard expected MMO features. Fast forward to October 2020, we saw a slew of new positions crop up, giving us some more details on what to expect. There were a ton of designer positions for levels, cinematics, encounters, UI and UX, and many of those requested that applicants have experience with MMOs as well as open world games and both third and first person perspectives, implying that this MMO would be open world. Not terribly a surprise. ESO is mostly open world, like there are loading screens, but there are large open zones if nothing else. And the first and third person perspective is also something that we get in ESO. That game has both a full dedicated first person mode where you can see animations cast and your character's hands holding weapons and casting spells, as well as, of course, third person, which I think people predominantly play in. But also in October, we got further confirmation that the game will be running on an entirely new engine. So Xbox News said Xbox first-party studio ZeniMax Online, developer of ESO, is working on a brand new AAA IP built on a brand new game engine, and the title has been in development since at least 2018. Now, to that statement, Alex Tardif, who is the lead graphics engineer at ZOS, replied, "Not much to say about this yet, but it's been so much fun creating a brand new engine with how rare this kind of thing is nowadays. I feel fortunate to be at this studio while we invest heavily in our own technology. And when done right, it certainly can be a major benefit, can be a major help to a game. And one of the things that some game engines struggle with when MMOs are developed on them is they're not designed for MMOs, and that can be a problem, especially as games continue to expand with time." Then the following year, ZeniMax Online finally came out with what I would consider the first real formal public-facing acknowledgement of the game, because prior to that, everything had just been like various developers either tweeting or talking online or doing interviews, but this was from like an official channel. On August 20th, 2021, the official ZeniMax Online Twitter account posted that their next AAA game was in development and they're looking for passionate people to join the team. That tweet then also linked to their hiring page, and that page had a header that said, "No, it's not a rumor. Our next AAA game is in development." And below that, they stated that they've learned a lot bringing the world of ESO to life, and it's time for them to take those lessons and build a new AAA IP. Say that their vision for their next game is grand in every sense of the word, and that they're developing a new engine, of course, as we've reiterated numerous times. It might be a bit reaching here, but I do take that to mean probably a very large scale MMO, maybe large scale in terms of the playable space. It's, you know, jumping out on grasping at straws here a little bit. Okay, let's move on to 2022, which actually did bring us quite a few new details on the state of the game, thanks to creative director Ben Jones. He appeared on the Product Builders podcast, revealing a few things. First, confirming the length that the game had been in development. He said, "We're primarily known for ESO, which is an extension of the very well-established Elder Scrolls universe and also published here at Bethesda, but I am driving an independent team working on new intellectual property, and I've been doing that for about 4.5 years. He also talked about the size of the development team, which seems fairly decent. He said that he's responsible for a design team of about 50 people, but they've got a development team of nearly 200 people at this point that are spread all over the globe. 200 people is a decent chunk designing an MMO. It also leads me to believe, as of that interview, that they are actually in full-scale production, no longer in pre-production. We just don't know how far along in that process is, when that tipped over. It's of course hard to say for sure. It's all completely guesswork. He stated that the game is a considerable investment and a very large scope project. Big scale MMO, large play space, lots of stuff going, who knows? And he touched on the fact and some of the implications of them making a new IP, saying that we're creating a new IP, so a lot of that started with a background for a world, a vision for a high-level world that we were going to create, and to a degree, a story that we wanted to tell. So this further drives home the idea that it is a fresh, brand new IP. which is going
guys.
to be important to keep in mind when we get to another point of discussion later in this video. And this finally brings us to the current year, 2023. Anything new? Well, not much in terms of like new leaks or developer interviews, but we do have those old reliable job postings to comb through for details. So first there's the lead gameplay producer, who was said to need experience and familiarity producing and working with progression, combat, encounter, AI, and moment teams, and to have solid familiarity with production in a live service MMO game. None of these things sound especially surprising. Yes, an MMO is going to have a progression system. Of course, it's going to have combat, encounters, and AI. Moving on to the lead content producer, who was said to need experience with level design, narrative, cinematics, encounters, world building, and mission and quest teams. They were also asked to have familiarity with production in live service MMOs. The lead technical designer was asked for experience in developing open world games and familiarity with third-person action or role-playing games. Same thing with the designer director, was asked for familiarity with third-person and action RPGs, experience with multiplayer open world live service MMOs. There was a position for a senior vehicle specialist, so it looks like the game will have vehicles of some sort in it. They would be designing and developing these. And there was also, we have seen a position that was fulfilled for a principal PvP designer, so it looks like this game will have PvP. Again, not terribly surprising. Also, of course, not surprising, monetization, it's going to be there. For the position of senior product manager, they would be partnering with design and UX to define and steer systems, economies, and rewards that compose the game's monetization and retention loops. They were asked for experience with launching and building live ops environments, live service games across all platforms. One of the main faults, maybe you could say, of ESO is the particular way it is monetized, or more so broken down and hyper monetized with all these different layers of chapters that they release and the various DLCs. Non-mandatory subscription, but sort of mandatory if you plan on playing on a regular basis. And then the fact that it has, you know, you have to purchase all this stuff as it comes out every year. They release a new update, some of it's free, some of it has to be purchased. Let's not talk about the endless crafting bag, which if you're going to really play it all, you probably want to buy the monthly sub for. But regardless, yes, of course, the game is going to have monetization. Now, there is one interesting twist to this entire story that I've yet to mention. I wanted to save it for last because it's kind of, well, there's the possibility of this being a Star Wars game. One running theory is that ZeniMax is working on a Mandalorian-themed MMO. Now, this information
that would be
is
so
only
cool.
sourced from leakers. Multiple leaks that have happened over the past couple of years, with leakers then confirming fellow leakers, saying that yes, those prior leaks were correct, so are mine, just trust us, bro. Nothing confirmed through like official sources, which a lot of what we've talked about so far is official. We've seen official developers, we've seen official job posting, we've seen ZeniMax's own Twitter. Most of what we've covered so far is all official stuff. The Mandalorian stuff is, it's on shaky ground, but it's absolutely possible. Although a Mandalorian MMO does seem to be in direct conflict with all of the job postings that clearly state this is a new IP, unless what those meant were either I guess Mandalorian is a new IP within the Star Wars IP. Is that accurate? Do you consider Mandalorian an IP within the Star Wars IP? Is that how that works? Or that it's a new IP for ZeniMax because the only IP they'd worked with prior to that was the Elder Scrolls. Who's to say? And then this leads to further speculation that ZeniMax may have two new games in active development. This Mandalorian thing that's rumored from leakers, and a new IP MMO, which is what we've mostly been talking about so far. Which actually turns out isn't speculation. The studio having multiple games in development, it's no secret. They state as much themselves on official channels. The header on their Twitter page right now says that they have multiple unannounced projects. The Mandalorian side of this is like less concrete than everything else on the timeline.
I would very much like a Mandalorian focused game.
But it is possible,
like maybe the Mandalore, like the whatever the wars that had the Mandalorians in it. That would be cool.
One thing that people do point to sort of as supporting evidence of the Mandalorian MMO thing is that hiring of Colin Campbell, whom, as we mentioned, has credits for working on the two Star Wars games, Jedi Fallen Order and Battlefront 2. But of course, that doesn't confirm anything, but I guess it probably wouldn't hurt if you were making a new Star Wars game to have someone in a leading position who previously also worked on a Star Wars game, worked in that universe,
and probably knows the material, the lore and material.
Definitely wouldn't hurt. Just because they have someone who's worked on Star Wars in the past doesn't confirm that they're making a Mandalorian MMO. I also want to mention too, in 2021 there was this random GeForce Now leak which revealed that ZeniMax Online had a game in development that was code-named Project Kestrel. So there's a good chance that either this new IP MMO or this Mandalorian MMO thing is codenamed Project Kestrel. And I think what's more interesting about that GeForce Now leak is that it referenced the launch window for Project Kestrel as being at some point in 2024, so next year. At this point in time, April 2023, the game has been in development for around 5 years. Now, many MMOs have a ballpark development time of between 5 and 7 years as like a rough average. ZeniMax's current game, The Elder Scrolls Online, had about 7 years of development before it finally released. So using that as a template, I do think that there's a decent chance we at least get some sort of a reveal either this year or next. Now, there's a few possible events coming this year that this could happen. We, of course, have Summer Game Fest, which is happening on June the 8th. There's the Xbox Game Showcase scheduled for June 11th. There is, of course, E3. Too soon. And then, of course, we've got things like the Game Awards happening later in this year and various other possible points that they could be announcing this. But either way, whatever ZeniMax Online Studios has cooked up, I'm excited to learn more. I think they got a lot right with ESO. If nothing else, that game gave me...
Oh, crap. My brain just farted.
Either way, whatever ZeniMax Online Studios has cooked up, I'm excited to learn more. I think Game Awards happening later in this year and various other possible points that they could be announcing this. But either way, it's happening on June the 8th. There's the Xbox Game Show.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Since I now have Game Pass and all that kind of good stuff, Xbox stuff matters to me a lot more since I have access to most of it, if not all now. Yeah, so that's like a lot more content has opened up to me now. This is cool.
Case scheduled for June 11th. There is, of course, E3. Too soon. And then, of course, we've got things like the Game Awards happening later in this year and various other possible points that they could be announcing this. But either way, whatever ZeniMax Online Studios has cooked up, I'm excited to learn more. I think they got a lot right with ESO. If nothing else, that game gave me a ton of memorable MMO experiences. The beta was a lot of fun. The launch was a lot of fun. I even played the game again from scratch when it first came to console. I think it was my Xbox 360 or 1 or whatever one it was. ESO is one of those games that I still come back to every now and then. I usually revisit it.
I was in the beta for that game.
Every other year. I just recently jumped back in. I'm checking out some of the updates that I never get around to, some of those chapter updates and DLCs. You know, the game's combat is probably its biggest weak point, but I tell you, the world is the world building, and so many of the systems are a heck of a lot of fun. I still think Cyrodiil is like one of the cool, besides the lag and stuff, which, you know, it'd be great if they fixed it, right? But the experience of this huge open space with this multi-faction PvP. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. I love sneaking around, going stealth, and like taking people out as they're trying to farm like dungeons within the PvP zone. There's a lot of really cool stuff in ESO. There's a lot that they got right that I think ZeniMax did a great job of, and it's for that reason alone that I'm excited to see whatever they're cooking. The new IP MMO, if that, or also a Mandalorian MMO, whatever it is. I hope we hear more about it soon. It's an exciting prospect, whatever it turns out to be. Once more substantial...
I was hoping there was going to be more footage of a new MMO, and it turned out to be mostly of ESO. I liked ESO. I even got a subscription for a while. I just really couldn't, I couldn't get into it. I couldn't. Nope.
Stuff comes out, we get what the game even is, what the IP is, a name, anything like that. I'll be sure to make some more follow-up videos. But that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, thank you very much. Force Gaming, that was pretty cute. I also found this, which I think is, I've never seen this, what happens if Fallout was it was a 80s sci-fi comedy? Man, I am tired. How long is this one? 19 minutes. This one's only yeah. I mean, is this from a was this from a real production, or is this this is crazy. Huh. I mean, I feel like this is pulled from some different things, or maybe it's made in 3D, or like I don't know. I don't know. Huh? Huh? It's what's his name? Fallout 4. Preston. There we go. Now, I didn't mind Preston all that much. He was annoying, but I didn't mind him as much as other people do. Like, I think he got some undue hate. But I mean, I just ignored him. Like, you know, like the like when I went out and I set up a settlement, I made sure that motherfucker was like bristling with turrets, if I could. So most of mine were okay. But what is that? That was very interesting. I'll give it a okay. That was just Vault Balls is a Fallout parody in an 80s sci-fi comedy setting. Leave a comment to see how many Fallout characters and stuff you can recognize. I mean, there was a lot. All right, so I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette and get some fresh air, and then we're gonna hop in. Then we're gonna hop into Atomic Heart before I start fading. I will be on tomorrow for a serious stream, like my usual, but I can already feel myself fading. I'm not yawning as much as I thought I was going to, but definitely I'm struggling a little bit. But you go ahead and listen to that, and then when we get back, we'll take a dab before I fucking crawl into this game. Oh, you're currently on, yeah. I feel a little bit like Mr. Rogers, and he takes off the hats, or he takes off his sweater when he goes in and out. I take off my hats when I go in and out. Mr. Rogers, rest in peace, good sir. So my buddy made it through surgery. He's in a lot of pain, but he's okay, and hopefully everything takes and he starts to feel better. Hopefully he can get back to doing like normal stuff. I don't care if you're mad at me right now for some fucking stupid ass reason. I love you, buddy. Hope you get better. Isn't that right, buddy? All right. I'm very happy that the music stayed on. That's cool. If you were watching the fight, I hope it was a good one. Not really the. Last time I watched a fight, it was Tyson and Holyfield when Tyson went Iron Cannibal on Holyfield. I paid good money for that, and I'm still mad about it. So, let us and bring this bloop, bloop. And bloop. Bloop. All right. So, let's see how long I feel like playing this. This isn't just stream time. This is playtime. This is my alone time. Like everybody, like Bobby's at work, and either Jeremy's asleep or he's at work. So I have the whole house to myself, and it's nice and quiet. Jeremy's our other roommate. He was in one of my shorts when we were having the bonfire. Shaders have to be installed every time to optimize performance. That's kind of annoying. All right, I guess we have time to do the dab. You know, I don't like the thing I don't like about MMOs sometimes is that especially when you're when you're at level cap, or it's like you have to. It's not that there isn't things to do, but like you kind of have to force yourself to find things to do instead of having. Like with a campaign with a single player where like you may be free to roam or open world or like a lot of games are, but there is a clear and distinct objective to the whole activity. You're working towards a goal. I like that about Atomic Heart. Because like even though it is like a big space and there's lots to do and lots to find, and it is really big. Like when you're in a like one of the bunkers, like you feel like, I mean, that thing is fucking huge, and you're underground. You know what I'm saying? Like these things are like hive, like remember the hive from Resident Evil movies? Like it's like that, but these are just like fucking like spots in the on the fucking campus of wherever you are in an atomic heart. Like it's just unfathomably gigantic, and it also like it actually when I think about it, those giant tunnel borer things, machine looking things. Yeah, you to have complexes like that, gigantic complexes, deep beneath a landmass, whether it's floating or not, yeah, absolutely. And these places are gigantic and beautiful and fucking, yeah, like the level design is nice in the game. Oh crap! That's what happens when you're sitting there talking and you. Like I didn't even fucking like, you know what, I didn't even like, that's how tired I am. I did things completely out of fucking order. It's what happens when you're a manager, ladies and gentlemen. When the weekend rolls around, you've got to be there. I can pull a lot of sales, and Fridays and Saturdays are my most effective days, and they're the most profitable days. Obviously, because it's right on the weekend, and especially when that works in concert with people having payday. Yeah, things work out better at work. So I got to be there. And of course, because my boss is paying me to work, so he doesn't have to be there all the time. Of course, oh, you want to work all of Friday and Saturday? Sure. Yeah. Okay. I used to put in a lot more hours than I do now. Like when I first started with them, I was putting in like 55 hours a week. And that was really good. But that kind of got to me. And even though the money was really good, even like when this happened, things were still fucking like the minimum wage was still like down at like 9 something. Like I was still making good hours, so like I didn't mind. Plus, just establishing my credit with my bosses and all that stuff, becoming useful and indispensable and all that kind of stuff. I was willing to work that, and I'm still willing to work near that, but not quite. You know what I'm saying? Not quite what not quite 55 hours. You have to pay me a lot more to be there for that kind of time. It's an extra 20 hours. I don't want to be there for an extra 20 hours a week. Alright, them shaders is installed. So when I'm done, we can get started. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure if this is the longest I've ever had my beard, but it's getting there. I have enough fur. I almost have enough to warrant like tying it, and that would be nice because I love having a beard, but sometimes eating gets to be tricky. So having a comfortable way to keep it out of the way would be nice. One day I am looking forward to being able to throw it over my shoulder when I eat, or tuck it into my shirt or my beard, or my beard. Tuck my beard into my beard, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how that works. Tuck it away in my shirt, or it's long enough into my belt. Excuse me. I'm gonna tuck that in real quick. Lovely. Yeah, see the canister right here on the side of my machete, whatever it's called. Yeah, that is a cartridge for elemental damage. Yeah, see, so we're back to where we first entered into this particular area. And there's testing grounds. Really want to get into there. Senechal's Computational Center. Well, let's see if I can make it. Well, let's see if those are accessible at all anymore. Or at all right now, I should say. Yep. Alright, so I guess I'm not getting into there.
God, are you ever gonna give it a rest? Charles, how could that prick Petrov send intel to the west? The facility's under lockdown.
Petrov cannot transfer anything directly to anyone. Or he would have already done so. That's why he is attempting to deceive Collective's central control hub.
Are you talking about that big-ass ball floating in the sky? You mean Petrov's somewhere close by?
I believe so. The emergency protocol has blocked most communication between Facility 3826 and the outside world. This block cannot be overcome. An entire scientific academy would be required, such as the Academy of Consequences.
Then what's he hoping to accomplish?
As you have no doubt already observed, there is one communication channel connected to the outside world that is not subject to the emergency protocol.
The secret government line.
Quite right. That channel is used by Dr. Sechenov to contact the Kremlin. No one else has access to it.
Yeah, no one except Granny Zena. So, what's Petrov trying to pull?
I believe he is trying to dupe the central hub by passing himself off as Dr. Sechenov.
That son of a bitch.
go to this section. Let's. Oh, really? What am I supposed to do? Oh, fuck.
I didn't expect it.
I don't understand. Like, am I missing something? Okay. It's nice scenery, like, you know, despite, I mean, it's a little bit empty, but. There's a lot here. Like, you know, we're. Can I go up and over? Is there an option for that? I doubt it. They do give you a sense of verticality in this one, but they don't. But wow, what does all? Yeah. Ooh, that's a long way. I didn't think I have. Yeah, they don't even want me going this way. Alright. You don't want me to explore that much. Ugh.
Hey, Charles. What does the sectional center study?
Radio waves, comrade. It contains equipment that will help the clock detect you. So move with caution.
Guess we better stay quiet then.
Yeah, once you really upgrade the shotgun, you can usually take the silver mustaches relatively easy. What the hell was that?
СССР. Встречайте косметику Пойма. Она изготовлена из химически чистых ингредиентов на основе синтетического полимерного вещества. Никакой органики. Чистая, здоровая химия. Косметика Пойма. Это новое слово в ежедневном уходе за собой. Наша же твердая не сушит кожу, а линейка кремов обеспечивает защиту от загара в течение суток. Полимерная помада не только придаст вам защитить от обветривания. Новое заряд для защиты стратегического наших неинформирует, но неизвестные заразы, которые защищают от водоотделения в течение 2 суток.
Authorization. Make. it be, Major?
Saving data.
God damn it. Alright, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. I'm kind of energized right now. I'm a little pissed that I fucking got. Alright, I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. on. Oh, stop. Come on, man. Stop. Stop. Go on. Good girl. Go on. My pretty girl. My baby. Huh? Alright, so I needed to go to that one, that. Okay. Okay. Go on. Go on. You make me nervous when you start pawing at my screen. Oh, come on. What the deuces? Alright. Come on. Man, really? You always want to go up in your cubby until now. Now you want to fucking sit in my way. Alright, so maybe I'm not getting it here. Suspiciously like I should be. Maybe I'll be going up to get that guy. or coming down here at some point. Okay. Okay. Makes more sense. Okay. Okay. So I am here. And that means that can't do anything from here. Okay. So I guess that was achieved. And maybe go here. Nope. Okay. Maybe able to zip line down to. Okay, that's the one. Okay. All right. Okay, so there's one of those thing. There he is. The Potomac. Come on, baby. You gotta make a decision. Oh, no, 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 nope. Stay right here for a minute. There you go. Hmm? I'm gaming right now, sweetheart. Hmm? Haha. Nice. Nice. I like that they talked about the Dark Forest. That was cool.
He is here. Take your time now. Don't rush it. Just a little more. No, not ready yet, my dear. Intriguing, isn't it? Well, we'll just wait a little more.
Hey viewer, how you doing tonight? Just playing Atomic Heart. Listening to some audio logs.
You're fired. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on, pest stop. You've been tracking radio waves from space for 3 years and waiting for aliens? That was a goddamn microwave oven. I hope you get killed by a meteorite, you fucking asshole. I've had it up to here with you.
Yeah, so that was a real thing. Like, dude was working in a laboratory, and they were trying to work out what this signal was and what this was going on, and they found out in the end that it was a microwave oven that was sending the signals. So yeah, nice Easter eggs there.
Dad, you'll never catch me! Who's the man? Petrov is somewhere nearby, Comrade Major. Keep it down.
God damn it, man. I do all that fucking searching and shit over again. Not necessarily searching either, it's just fucking collecting parts.
You like that, gearhead? Petrov is somewhere nearby, Comrade Major. Keep it down. Look what we have here.
Really?
You killed him. That's enough, Victor. So much death.
I just knocked him out. He's unconscious, okay? To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis noble in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against deceiving troubles, and by imposing in them. You know, it's all wrong. It's all wrong. I don't agree. I'm sorry, Larissa, but I don't understand. He ruined everything. And you.
I'm a doctor. Enough people have died today.
People, Larissa! He's an animal! He'll rip anybody's throat out of section off orders him to!
Victor, he's tied up. I'll program a treatment and then we'll go.
Go where? No one's coming for us. And this fucking lunatic's ruined our escape plan!
I know. We'll come up with something.
I doubt it. Just let me go, and I promise I'll make it quick and painless.
So Sechenov's talk and talk, huh? Look, he just came to and he's already threatening us!
Yeah, I am threatening you. How many people have your robots slaughtered without so much as a warning? Petrov? 2,000?
That's not
3,000?
Victor's fault. It was a local malfunction.
A local malfunction? Then why the shit doesn't your boyfriend have a scratch on him, huh?
What the hell are you talking about?
Isn't it obvious? First Vavilov, then the VDNH. The robots are attacking everyone except you two. Why is that, if you're not controlling them?
Victor, you said you had nothing to do with this.
And you believed him? What other bullshit has this guy told you? Oh, man.
Victor!
I had no choice. A simple malfunction wouldn't have changed anything.
How could you? Huh?
How could I? You said it yourself. The whole world might end.
Huh? No, don't touch me.
You really didn't tell her anything, did you? A big mistake. Hey, what the hell?
Larissa, wait! Larissa!
Nothing can save you now, asshole.
That's pretty cool. I like Little Spider.
P3 to Chelomey. Petrov got away. Again.
You seem to enjoy chasing the man, Nechayev. Petrov must not interfere with the launch I've collected. Find the criminal. Now.
You have drawn the wizard's ire, Comrade Major. No shit. Get off my grill, will ya?
Saving data.
God damn it, man.
Already free, Major? Oh, what, did you not expect to hear from me?
Not only can I hear you just fine, I'm gonna see you real soon, too. So get ready, prick.
Trust me, the preparations are well underway. There will be surprises, dog. You turned Louisa against me, bitch. She doesn't return my calls.
Yeah, you're breaking my heart. I don't give two wet farts about your relationship. Charles, can you trace the call? Where is that shit stain?
The signal's coming from the Plisetskaya Theater.
A theater, right here in the facility? What a clown.
It's a theater, Comrade Major, not a circus. Marking the waypoint.
Whatever. I won't let that traitor get away from me again.
Взрослые пропадают зря на проклятом острове, как заряд. Скучаю ночь до зари.
Alright. I believe I'm going to call it quits here tonight. Yep. That was a lot of work that I got to do all over again. So, thank you for joining me. I've been Josh with American Gnome Productions, and this has been Atomic Heart. I will see you later today, probably around this time in the afternoon, maybe later. So about like 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. maybe. I don't know. Maybe a little bit later. But y'all have a great day, and be safe, be happy, and be healthy. Have a good night or day.